My wife and I were married in 1975. In 76, we went to live in a very poor area in central India to serve the poor. In 1977, there was very heavy rain in our area, but because there are no big rivers, we didn't have any major floods. But after the rains, one morning, 5-6 young people cycled about 30 miles, or 30 kilometers rather. They came to us and said that you don't know us, but we've heard about you, that you've come here to serve the poor. These floods have washed away our homes and our fields and our cows and buffaloes. We have nothing. We really need help and relief. Would you please come and see our plight and do something for us? So I went there on the motorbike, but the last 4 miles I had to walk because the rains had washed away the dirt road. The roads are built every year in these villages, and every year they're washed away because of corruption. So when I went into the village was empty because someone had died. They had taken the body for cremation. I went to the cremation ground. That was empty because now they were bathing in the river. They had finished cremation. So I went to the river, and these friends of mine were surprised that I had kept my word and come there. They were very excited, and as they began talking, they were showing me the glory of their village, which was a temple, a stone temple, in the middle of the river. It was a beautiful river, and this temple stood in the middle. Now, they said that this was a 1,000-year-old temple. And I asked them that, 1,000 years ago, our ancestors had the ability to build a temple in the middle of the river. It has withstood 1,000 years of floods. Do you think at that time they had the ability to build houses on the banks of the rivers that could withstand flood? So my friend said, yes, of course they did. Well, why didn't they then build houses which are safe and secure, which can withstand these floods? Well, my friends actually pointed to the chief's house, which was on top of the village and also made of stones, and they said that this was also made 1,000 years ago, probably the same time as the temple, and perhaps by the same people. So I asked them a second question, that 1,000 years ago, our ancestors had the ability to make a temple in the middle of the river. Think of their engineering skills. Think of their knowledge of chemistry and human organization and surplus time and money that they had. Did we have the ability 1,000 years ago to make dams and canal system? My friend said, yes, of course they had the ability. So why did they then build a temple instead of a dam and a canal system? Because if they had actually made dam, we would be richer than Switzerland, because in this climate we can take 4 crops a year if we have water. In Switzerland, the maximum they can do is 2 crops, usually only 1 crop. So why did they build a temple? My friends began to scratch their head, wondering, where am I going with this? I asked them, gave them a hint. Did they make this temple because they feared and worshipped the river? They said, yes, of course, the river is our mother. She gives life. When she is angry, she brings death. So we worship her as a goddess. I said, that's exactly why we are so poor. Because people who worship the river make themselves incapable of ruling over the river. If you want to move out of your poverty, if you want economic development, then what we need to do is to harness this river for agriculture. And to make a dam and to make a canal system is to say to the river that we love you, we want to take care of you, and we are going to decide where you will flow from and where you will not flow. Don't flow through our homes, but through our fields. Now, this is the problem of poverty in India, that we make cows sacred, so you can't kill cows. If somebody says that we hold trees sacred, as James Cameron does, you shouldn't cut trees, you shouldn't take their leaves or their fruit. We worship chicken, so you shouldn't be eating chicken. This is arbitrary spirituality and morality. And the serious fact is that when we allow some clever myth makers to make our religious ideas for us, they will corrupt us.
To learn more, visit www.resistingthegreendragon.com and order the complete conference.